Most Toyota transmission failures don't happen without warning. They happen because the warning was ignored. A strange noise, a slight hesitation, a shudder that comes and goes, and the owner thinks, "It's a Toyota, it'll be fine." 6 months later, they're staring at a repair bill that's $7,000, wondering how they missed it. The answer is, they didn't miss it. They saw it. They just didn't know what they were looking at. That's what today is about. I'm going through every transmission warning sign that Toyota owners need to know, what each one actually means mechanically, how urgent each one is, and what happens to your repair bill if you keep ignoring it. Because the difference between catching a transmission problem early and catching it late is often the difference between a fix that could have been $300 that now turned into a rebuild for $6,000. That gap is real, and I'm going to show you exactly where it lives. Before we get into it, drop your Toyota model and mileage in the comments right now. I want to know how many of you have experienced any of these warning signs and kept driving anyway. High mileage owners especially, let's hear from you. And if you're not subscribed yet, do that now, because this channel exists for one reason: to make sure Toyota owners never get blindsided by a repair bill they could have seen coming. Let's go. The first warning sign is one most owners brush off, because it comes and goes and it never seems serious enough to act on. A shudder or vibration at highway speeds, usually between 40 and 60 miles per hour, that feels like you're briefly driving over rumble strips on a smooth road. It lasts 2 or 3 seconds and then disappears. Your car keeps driving normally. So you assume it was the road, or the wind, or something minor that sorted itself out. It didn't. That shudder is almost always torque converter shudder, and it is your transmission waving a red flag at you. The torque converter is the component that transfers power from the engine to the transmission, and it contains its own lockup clutch. When that clutch starts to slip due to degraded fluid or worn friction material, it produces exactly this vibration. It comes and goes at first because the clutch is only slipping intermittently. But every time it slips, it wears further. The window where this is a $300 to $600 fluid service and conditioner treatment is short. Miss that window and you're looking at a full torque converter replacement at $1,500 to $2,500. Keep ignoring it after that, and you're into a complete transmission rebuild. The shudder that comes and goes always turns into the shudder that never stops. The second warning sign is hesitation or a pause when you shift from park into drive or reverse. You put it in gear, you release the brake, and there's a delay, 1 second, maybe 2, before the transmission actually engages and the car moves. Toyota owners often normalize this because it doesn't feel violent. There's no clunk, no jerk, just a lazy response that feels like the car is being sluggish. It isn't sluggish. It's struggling. That delay means the transmission is taking too long to build hydraulic pressure to engage the gear. The most common cause is low or degraded transmission fluid that can no longer maintain proper pressure quickly enough. The second most common cause is a worn valve body, the internal hydraulic control unit that directs fluid pressure throughout the transmission. A fluid change at this stage can resolve it if caught early. A valve body replacement runs $400 to $900 in parts and labor at an independent shop. If you keep driving on it, that pressure problem doesn't stay contained to engagement. It starts affecting every shift the transmission makes, all day, every drive, until something gives completely. The third warning sign is one that gets misdiagnosed constantly, even by mechanics who don't specialize in Toyotas. Slipping between gears during normal acceleration, where the engine revs climb higher than they should for your speed, and then the transmission seems to catch up and re-engage. Most owners describe it as the engine briefly racing for no reason. A lot of shops misattribute it to an engine issue, which wastes time and money while the real problem gets worse. Gear slip happens when clutch packs inside the transmission can no longer hold the gear under load. This is almost always caused by one of two things: worn clutch material from high mileage or abuse, or fluid that is broken down so severely it can no longer provide the hydraulic clamping force those clutch packs need to stay engaged. If it's a fluid issue and you catch it early, a full fluid flush can sometimes resolve it. If the clutch material is worn, you are looking at an internal rebuild. The difference between those two outcomes is often just how many miles you drove after you first noticed the slip and told yourself it was probably nothing. Alright, pause for a second. If you've experienced any of these first three and you're still driving on them, I want you to hit that like button and then immediately make a service appointment. Seriously. The like takes 1 second and the appointment could save you several $1,000s. Let's keep going because the next two are the ones that mean you have the least amount of time to act. The fourth warning sign is a burning smell coming from under the vehicle, especially after highway driving, towing, or sitting in stop and go traffic for an extended period. Most owners assume burning smell means brakes. And sometimes it does, but transmission fluid burning has a distinct smell, sharper, slightly sweet, and it tends to linger longer than brake dust. If you smell it, touch the dipstick if your Toyota has one, or have the fluid checked immediately. Burnt transmission fluid is black or very dark brown instead of the normal red or pink color, and it often smells acrid even on the dipstick rag. Burnt fluid means the transmission has been running hot enough to thermally break down the fluid itself. At that point, the fluid is not just ineffective, it is actively damaging every surface it touches. Overheating is the single fastest path to complete transmission failure, and it can happen in a single long tow on a hot day if conditions are bad enough. If you smell burning and the fluid is dark, you need a fluid change that day, not this week. That day. If you continue driving on burnt fluid even for a few hundred miles, you risk damage to seals, clutch packs, and the valve body that no fluid change can reverse. The fifth warning sign is the one with the least amount of runway before it becomes catastrophic. A check engine light combined with rough, hard, or delayed shifting. A lot of Toyota owners see a check engine light and assume it's an oxygen sensor or something emissions related and drive on it for weeks. Sometimes it is. But when that light appears alongside any change in how your transmission shifts, harder than normal, later than normal, skipping gears, jerking between gears, you have a transmission fault code stored in your ECU that your car is actively trying to tell you about. Modern Toyota transmissions are electronically controlled, and the ECU monitors dozens of transmission parameters in real time. When something falls outside of tolerance, it logs a code and lights the check engine light. These codes are specific. A P700 or P0750 series code points directly at transmission solenoids or shift control issues. Ignoring the light means ignoring the exact diagnosis your car already did for you. An independent shop can pull those codes for free or close to it. What they find determines whether you're looking at a $200 solenoid replacement or something deeper. But driving for weeks on a transmission fault code is how a $200 problem becomes a $4,000 problem. The check engine light is not a suggestion. Here is the honest summary of everything you just heard. Toyota builds transmissions that give you more warning time than almost any other brand on the market before something becomes catastrophic. That is both the gift and the trap. Because the warnings are subtle and the car keeps driving, owners convince themselves it isn't serious yet. But transmission damage is cumulative and it accelerates. The gap between early warning and total failure is not as wide as Toyota's reputation makes it feel. A torque converter shutter caught in week 1 is a fluid service. Caught in month 6, it's a $2,000 replacement. A gear slip noticed immediately is potentially a flush. Noticed after 10,000 more miles, it's a rebuild. A check engine light with a transmission code addressed that week is a sensor or solenoid. Addressed after a month of hard driving, it might be the entire valve body. Every single one of these warning signs has a cheap version of itself and an expensive version of itself. Which version you get depends entirely on when you decide to stop ignoring it. Know your warning signs. Take them seriously the first time. And remember that a Toyota that's trying to tell you something is still a Toyota worth saving. Because with the right care, these things will outlast almost anything else on the road. Drop your experience in the comments. Have you ever ignored one of these signs and paid for it later? I want to hear the story, the good and the painful ones. And if this video just saved someone you know from a transmission nightmare, send it to them today. See you in the next one.